Hi angels, welcome to another Saturday Snippets, and I hope you're still doing well in your lockdown. Today I'm going to talk about your summer skincare regime, and number one, how to protect your skin during the summer months, and number two, how to reduce the effects of UV light and the sun rays during this period. So a lot of our clients at this time of year start to complain about uneven skin tone, pigmentation, freckles, dark spots coming out, because the moment the sun comes out, we're outside and there comes the damage. So what is the first product that I would always recommend to reduce this discoloration, this uneven skin tone? Vitamin C serum. And what is the best vitamin C serum on earth? Well, it's going to have to be an Abaji Medical vitamin C, because Abaji Medical is the most clinical and medically advanced skincare range worldwide for treating pigmentation. And that was developed by an amazing dermatologist in California called Zain Abaji some 35 years ago. And it really did hit the world by storm for essentially transforming skin. Now, we tend to stop the 15 and 20% in the clinic. You can get 5 and 10% vitamin C serums in the range, but I just think go for it if you're going to commence with a vitamin C serum. Just go high potency. So the 15% would be for your dry, more sensitive skin, and the 20% is for your oilier, less sensitive skin. So I tend to opt for the 20% because I can handle it and I've got quite oily skin. So what does vitamin C actually do for the skin? Well, first and foremost, it reduces the chances of free radical and oxidative damage on the skin surface. And that can be caused by, of course, UV light, the sun rays, and other pollutants in the air, and chemicals that you find in your creams, anything that you put on your skin that can be an irritant. That's going to cause free radical damage, essentially. And that's going to age the skin and cause things like pigmentation and sunspots and brown spots and irritations on the skin and inflammation to occur, which then causes aging of the skin. So vitamin C is really critical to protect your skin against all of these factors, and it's really important to apply it in the morning before you go out, leave the house, and expose your skin to such damaging effects. But the main reason as to why people really do love using a vitamin C is because it does really help to even out the skin tone and give you a really glass skin effect, reducing pigmentation, sunspots, and all of that obvious damage on the epidermis. But of course, it also helps to protect it. But we have to use, in conjunction with the vitamin C serum, a high factor SPF. Otherwise, everything that we've done to reduce signs of aging and to help even out the skin tone will be undone with the vitamin C serum, will be undone if we're then not protecting it with a high factor SPF. So I'll always turn to the Abaji Medical SPF Sunshield Matte Factor 50. And I always say at least a factor 50. I know a lot of people say, oh, I've got 15 or 20% in my makeup or foundation, or I'm using, a sun cream on top and it's 15, 20%. It's not really good enough. You're not going to get the protection that you actually need to stop signs of aging, such as pigmentation, premature wrinkling of the skin, the collapse of your collagen cells. So you have to be using at least a factor 50. Now, why do I always opt for the Abaji Sunshield Factor 50 and not other sun creams? Well, the Abaji Sunshield Factor 50 is a physical sun cream. And that's really, really important. There are two types of sun creams that we can purchase, and there's a physical sun cream and a chemical one. So usually the ones that you find in Boots and supermarkets, etc., your Niveas, your Pisbuins, they're made up of a lot of chemicals that essentially dissolve UV light in layman's terms, whereas a physical sun cream essentially reflects it with the ingredients that they have in them. And that tends to be zinc oxide, which is a natural mineral, which is very, very white. It's something that you find in Sudocreme. That's what gives it that whiteness. And it's a completely natural mineral. It's very, very good at reducing inflammation and healing the skin. And this essentially reflects the UV rays without actually adding chemicals into the product. So that is so super important when you're really serious about protecting your skin, because actually, and a lot of researchers have found that when people use a lot of chemical sun creams, and I know they think they're doing a good thing, but they can cause irritation of the skin and actually induce more pigmentation and more damage to the skin as a result of all the added perfumes and the chemicals in them. And the Obagi one is perfume free, oil free, everything free basically, and it's just got a lot of zinc oxide in it to protect the skin. So your morning regime in the summer months is clean the face, wash it, tone it, and then apply your vitamin C serum. And then after that, you apply your Sunshield SPF50, and that's all you need to do. And if you're outside for an extended period of time, perhaps apply the Sunshield every couple of hours so that you're still keeping it protected during the day. So I'll just show you. This is the gorgeous vitamin C serum. Probably can't see it because of the light is really bright. And it comes with a pipette, and all you need is essentially a couple of drops, and that's all you need for your face. And you just gently massage it all over the face. Just avoid the lips, but you can put it around the eyes. It might tingle a little bit because it's really, really active, but your skin will get used to it. And you'll really start to notice your skin improving after a couple of weeks of use. And then you just go straight in with the Sunshield. And again, you can see it's super white. So the idea is warm it up in your hands first, and then that helps to kind of melt the zinc oxide in it, so you don't get a really kind of white appearance on the skin, and then rub it in. And just do that for a minute or so. And you know what? I really love using this Sunshield because it's matte and I've got really greasy skin. If I use a moisturizer in the morning, and then apply makeup, everything's just greasy and everything just slips off after an hour or so. And this is really massifying, so it's actually quite a good base, quite a good primer to put on before makeup. So I always use this all throughout the year, every morning, full stop. I absolutely adore it. And you're going to really notice a difference if you pick up on this regime. The Obagi Vitamin C Serum comes at a price of $115 or $120 depending on the strength. It's all on our e-shop, but bear in mind this should last you about 4 months, maybe 5 months. A little bit goes a long way, so it's money well spent. And the Sunshield comes in at about £65–70, and again, a little goes a long way. Like one tube can last you even a year or so, so you just need a little bit. So it's definitely worth the investment instead of spending money on really damaging products that you think are doing good, but they're really not. So I hope that really helped, and next week I'm going to talk about an evening regime that you can do in the summer months as well, which you can use in conjunction with this morning regime. So much love.